final action
broadcast.
on a Monday. This
Get
year
ready
Express
for me
Tour
to go
Video
off.
Association called the
And
Fast Break
Westbrook
on
looks just like a punk with
NBA.com.
some tight
Out
ass
west, Russell
jeans
Westbrook
on.
showing up pregame and showing up during the game as well. He had 29 points and 10 assists on the night. That's very good for the Thunder, who were down 1-0 coming into this action. And LaMarcus Aldridge, well, he was terrific for the Spurs. He had 41 points on the game. Now, Thunder up one late, less than 15 seconds to go. In fact, trying to inbound the ball, they turn it over. We race the other way. The Spurs, a chance at victory. Manu Ginobili to Patty Mills for the win, and it's not even close. A mad scramble for the ball. Nothing gets done. And the Thunder even the series at 1 game apiece with a 1-point win, 98-97. Meanwhile, in the East, the Atlanta Hawks were swept out of the Eastern Conference Finals a year ago by the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's when Kevin Love was hurt. Well, tonight, he got scuffed up a bit for the Cavs, and the Hawks made a wonderful comeback in this one, but it wasn't to be. Too much from LeBron, too much from the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron goes for 25 points on the game, and he was huge late, including this and one opportunity for the King as the Cleveland Cavaliers managed to take down the Hawks 104-93, and that's your Fast Break on NBA.com. We
Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in the interconference game at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Quick trip here for the Rockets, just one game away before heading back to Houston.
This game decides whether they'll come out on the top or the bottom of the season series, because they've split the prior two, and this being the final meeting, so a little more meaning on this one.
Yeah, and so many of these rubber match games like this, you know teams are going to bring it all their heart, all their focus and intensity, because if you don't, you come up short. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a heck of a battle.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Beasley out there with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the three, the small forward. And it's Beverly missing. On defense, the Rockets, they come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a thing of beauty, but when you can get a win in a game like that, that's really all you care about.
You know, you're exactly right. Sometimes those kinds of wins are more satisfying than blowouts.
They set the pick. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Cranking it by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night. On the wing, Harden. The shot is off. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 6. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Howard against Monroe. And sent back by Howard. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Let's look at the 2K leaderboard to find out the teams that have led the league in steals the season's second half. The Rockets, number 1. 5th best, the Bucks.
You know, as they enter the stretch run of this season, both of these teams have really clamped down defensively, and you see that reflected in their steal total.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course went on to win it.
Exactly. They were the aggressors. They played a grinded out, gritty style that they'd be wise to emulate tonight.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Monroe. Jabari Parker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. A minute 50 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Parker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on Dwight Howard. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Harden dishes to Beverly. Misses in close. Here is Bayless. Ariza covering. Inside, out to Parker, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run, passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And the basket by Harden.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Plumlee against Howard. The dish to Vasquez. Plumlee with the screen. 5 to shoot. Parker. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Bayless. But they recover it. Plumlee, the pass to Bayless. Here's Henson. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bucks lead by 11. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Brewer and Smith, the two rangy forwards. Terry is up there with McDaniels. And it's Capella in the pivot spot, manning the middle. McDaniels kicks to Terry. Takes it from 10. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Monroe's shot is good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Kicks it out to Terry. Houston moving it around. Brewer's shot is off. Bucks leading by 8. Antetokounmpo gets to Monroe. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
First trip to the line for him here. Milwaukee making a switch. Parker's checked in. No luck that time either.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Monroe kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
In the second half of the season, you get an idea of the Bucks and where they stand statistically. 4th in blocks, 4th in field goal percentage. And they also show up as a top 5 team in steals. Young, aggressive, and athletic, getting into the passing lane.
You know, you talked about their spot in the shot blocking rankings. Their length and presence inside is not to be taken lightly. And trust me, their opponents are very conscious of it every time they drive the ball.
McDaniels passes to Terry. Mayo kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Mayo. Carter Williams dishes to Mayo. Here's Monroe. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Terry the pass to Capella.
Bitch, you want cheese on fouls, bitch? You want cheese on fouls, bitch made ass nigga? I got you.
The start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East is stacking up. So look at Cleveland. And, of course, there's the Rockets. They're tied right now. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Bucks. Plumlee, he's checked in for Monroe. Vasquez comes in for O.J. Mayo. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Houston with a big group substitution here. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Smith. Asa comes in for Bruce. James Harden, he's checked in for KJ McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Harden. And the shot is long. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Plumlee with a screen on Ariza. Kicks it out to Vasquez. He dishes it to Parker. Lets it go from 11. Good D by Ariza.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Parker. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
That is just a careless turnover.
Yeah,
you've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Beverly dishes to Harden. Back to Beverly. Another miss by Houston. Bucks leading by 10. Vasquez kicks to Bayless. Vasquez passes to Parker. Can't cash in from the high post.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Yeah.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of the game, you have to stay hydrated.
And And some changes here for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jabari Parker for Chris Middleton. And it's Mayo in for Vasquez. Monty Eunice is checked in for Houston. Jones comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Bucks leading by 8. Bayless dishes to Antetokounmpo. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. 10 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here's Beverly. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Stolen by Beverly.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
.15 seconds left in the second quarter. Ring shot on the way. They get it back. Jones for 3.
Oh, come on, Jones. Pussy ain't got nothing.
The second half beginning in just a moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Antetokounmpo.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You have to like what we're seeing from Antetokounmpo.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this
My
one.
14 seconds.
They've got Greg Monroe. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Mayo, and it's Carter Williams in the 1 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Eunice passes to Ariza. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses
He's
that
on
one.
foul.
Blowing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Howard's checked in for Houston. Beasley comes in for Terrence Jones. Rockets trail by 7. Beasley kicks to Harden. Here's Beverly. Misses off the left iron.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 12.
Great way to start to have easy layup against some soft team.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Middleton. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. Middleton for 3. That's good. And now it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. Excellent D there from Beasley. Harden can't hit.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Here's Ariza. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Beasley kicks to Beverly. Another miss by Houston.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
To the inside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the 3rd.
Timeout called the Bucks. The Bucks with some changes. Plumlee comes in for Greg Monroe. And Jared Bayless subbed in for O.J. Mayo. So for the Rockets. Middleton left side. It's stolen by Smith. Here's McDaniels. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
On the wing, Terry. 5 points in the game. Here's Smith. Misses off the right eye.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those
out of here.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Up high and down hard with one hand.
Got a little extra force with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Here's McDaniels. That's short off the rim.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And some nice passing there by Houston. That's good. Terry's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Fast break. Here we
Can't
go.
catch me, Hope.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Takes it down to Middleton. Brewer with the steal. And here we go. Houston running again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the...
Bitch made ass nigga.
Gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Jabari Parker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Barnes checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vasquez in for Michael Carter-Williams. Here's McDaniels. And that one's good. McDaniels got his third bucket of the night.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking
Get shit out of here.
Really a solid comeback effort here.
1 second left. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picked 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bucks ahead, leading by just 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter
looking
right
ass
here on 2K
pussy.
Sports. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Beasley. And it's Beverly in at the point. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys. Just as much in this half as the first.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
And the rejection by Monroe. Inside. Here's Vasquez. Good work defensively by Harden. Soft touch off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Vasquez passes to Parker. Monroe outside. Vasquez dishes to Henson. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
It's Ariza on the wing. Covered by Parker. And that one's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Timeout called the Bucks.
Yeah.
What up?
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for John Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for Parker. Jared Bayless is checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Carter Williams in for Vasquez. And he gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Pass to Beverly. Back to Harden. Kicks to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Harden draws the double. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. He feeds it to Carter Williams. Monroe down low. Working on Howard. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Defended by Jones. The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. Rockets trailed by 4. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. puts up the baby hook. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And he connected the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Milwaukee. And the second of two is good. That narrows the lead down to just three.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contacts and getting to the free throw line. Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Harden kicks to Howard. Fires for three. Another miss by Houston.
God damn, Beverly.
Deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. It's trailed by 5. Harden kicks to Beverly. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Monroe. And the call will be against O.J. Mayo. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 5. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Terry. Jones sets the pick for Terry. Ariza passes it to Terry. Plenty of space. Milwaukee with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Middleton for 3. Shot is off. And Houston the other way now. Ariza kicks to Harden. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Now with the lead, I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Wow. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Off target with his 3.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him
Man,
unique,
look at
that
this
combination of power and polish.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and so the Bucks take the win. Probably a little closer than
man. They really ain't making these motherfucking shots, man. Good shit.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&T Center. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a win against the Golden State Warriors. And only a single point of separation there. Great game. Came right down to the wire.
And facing an opponent that they really weren't expected to beat. I was really happy to see that they showed no intimidation at all.
Greg, as a player, think about it. How often did you look at what the odds makers said? All you did, and I did, and other guys did, was get between the lines and focus on playing the game. And that's what they did. They just went out there and got it done.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. And it's Beverly in at the one. That's the free fly. Great tee that time from Green.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Here's Beverly following the bucket by the Spurs. The Rockets with another miss.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Parker left side. Another one falls for San Antonio. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? How could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Well, as Greg was talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Here's Ariza. Three-pointer. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mills, he's checked in for Parker. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Beverly kicks to Jones. And he gets the bucket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. And Duncan throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And Mills kicks to Duncan. Uses both hands to slam it down. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
What the fuck goes on me?
And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. The Spurs second.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lane.
You almost have to assume he's going to goes down when he is that open.
Well, that was a dynamic two-hand dunk there.
Right in the face of the defender.
Just tough and gritty with the elevation.
West outside. Ginobili attacking. Anderson right side. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it. Misses off the right eye. Rockets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Ariza no up. San Antonio trailing here. It's Anderson with the drive. Stolen by Beverly. And it's the Rockets on the break.
Get out there, Jones.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. And it's Patty Mills with the 3.
His first make, and, maybe that will get him going.
And that one is hammered home.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's Diaz checked in for San Antonio. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Rockets lead by 4. Live from... All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for San Antonio. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Under the 3 and Dial the 4. And it's Aldridge in it. They're center locking down the middle. The Rockets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. No good on that one.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Parker passes to Aldridge. And he goes in for the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Parker dishes to Leonard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Rockets leading by 6. It's Harden with the drive. He kicks it to Jones. And it's sent back by Aldridge. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And that one's good. Parker.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big time.
And it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Ariza with it. Now Green defending. Ariza kicks to Harden. Here's Jones. Another shot. And Howard finishes it off. Howard's got 8.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing
come on, man.
to the hoop.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Pulls it from 20. They get it back. Ariza kicks to Beverly. And another 3 for Houston.
Beverly, it's where you was at last
He
game.
has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Here's Harden. Again, the Rockets score.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Parker against Beverly. Parker passes to Diaw. Harden against Green. Parker outside. There's the 3. San Antonio again missing. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 12-4 run. And stolen by Aldridge. Parker kicks to Leonard. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
In the second half of the season, you get an idea of the Rockets and where they stand statistically. First in steals, 5th in scoring. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Harden draws the double. Feeds to Beverly. Another miss by Harden.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Leonard on the wing. Ariza covering. Parker outside. Lets it go from the wing. Diaw can't hit. Here's Houston now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. On defense, the Spurs. 11-point game. Terry dishes to McDaniels. Back to Terry. And he gets it to go. Terry's got his first basket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Ooh, tough layup with the guy right on him. He can be a hard player to handle at times.
Beasley for three. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Rockets on top as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Going up and last gen. Trying to win.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. One of the stories here today, Terrence Jones getting it done today.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. One of the stories here today, Terrence Jones getting it done today.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the Rockets would even survive in that first half.
And the interior defense has to get tougher here in the second half. He's making them look really bad.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got McDaniels. Brewer is out there with Beasley. And there's Terry. And it's Capella in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Green, the screen. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Here's McDaniels, guarded by Green. McDaniels passes to Terry. He feeds it to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, McDaniels shoots. That one wide left. Last game for the Spurs. They pick up a W against Memphis.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Old school basketball here. Hard-nosed, fundamental, just solid old school performance right there.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Parker kicks to Duncan. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. In third, the Rockets.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
The Rockets with another miss. Spurs trail by 5. And again, it's Tony Parker. Parker's got 10 points in the game.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst. And I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Leonard dishes to Duncan. Parker passes to Leonard. No good. And Houston the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Last time they met in Houston.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Yeah, I thought it was the carelessness, though, Greg. A lot of their starters had to have their minutes cut back as a result. I mean, they've got to play with much more discipline tonight.
For 3, Beasley. They get it again. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Here's Green. Terry grabs the board. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in. For Green. It's Mills in for Parker. It's tipped. Anderson with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Here's Harden. Rebound San Antonio.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Jones, no luck. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be. That will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
You can quit now.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
bringing it down hard.
yes, symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
They get the rebound. Here's Jones. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Marjanovic.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And both free throws good for West.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Terry kicks to McDaniel. A beautiful reverse layup.
Go, baby.
McDaniel's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Brewer. No good on that last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. Houston on top. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And so here is Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Thomas Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2.
Give me that shit.
There with Duncan. And it's Anderson in the small forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. There's McDaniels. Here's Beasley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He said nobody but us believed we'd be in this position, and here we are. I'm proud of you guys tonight. Now go finish this thing off.
Thank you, Doris. The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. It's Parker with the drive. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. McDaniels. Beasley for 3. The shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Parker dishes to Green. Aldridge kicks to Green. A 3. They get the rebound. A second chance effort. Count it, and the Houston lead's been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Duncan.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Capella with the bucket. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Rockets?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Leonard, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Parker passes to Aldridge. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. I love the ball movement there. He put that shoulder platter, just served him up. This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
And that one falls for Jones. He's off on the second.
Missed a chance to put them up 3. That's going to affect how they set up on defense this stretch. Hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Leaves it dishes to Howard. Here's Beverly. Another miss by Houston. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Aldridge kicks to Green. Outside Leonard to the right side. They get it back to take the lead. It's sent back by Howard. Houston moving it around. Ariza outside. At the elbow. And it's Ariza in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. After Beverly.
There you go.
This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
Aldridge gets to Leonard. Outside, Green. And Parker, here we go. And stolen by Howard. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Jones, no luck.
There's some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Knocks it loose. Parker, right side. Looking for Aldridge, he gets a big.
What, hating like a
Clutch shot right there. That could be
feeling the shot.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Getting with it. Leonard picks him up. Picks it out to Ariza. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. Here's Parker. Outside Leonard. Back to Parker. Here's Duncan. It's off. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Extra. Time just about to get started here with the jump ball coming up. So the Rockets win the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Spurs. Hunter and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's West. West setting the pick for Parker. Back to West. 5 on the clock. Here's Ginobili. And a little hot that time, but it drops. Ginobili's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Spurs. Harden against Leonard. Harden the pass to Ariza. Shot's good. Ariza's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Parker drives in. Here's Leonard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Aldridge comes in for David West. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 1. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first overtime. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 2-point ball game.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Rocket shoot being pretty good tonight at 48%. It's Harden with the drive. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Leonard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on a reason. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Houston making some changes. Montiunas comes in for Terrence Jones. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure. Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
It's Parker with the drop. Aldridge hits the jump. And a big assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's Montiunas. They can't stop the run with that one.
You know, the right thing there to try to fall away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to see.
Parker against Beverly. Here's Aldridge. And uses both hands to jam it in.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Through it. Drops in the tray.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Parker drives in, and that one's good. And the Spurs lead by 8.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Harden gets to Brewer. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
And San Antonio has possession.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Here's Diaw. And the shot is long.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Boy, that's fucked up, boy.